Today we're going to do a waypoint mission here in the Nevada area, the 7 Magic Mountains. And we're going to do this totally offline, save it, and then we're going to fly it. We'll go there and fly it. But to make our job a little easier, what I did was, and I got this from another YouTube channel and tried it out, and it worked really well, is I went to Amazon and got like a $6 USB-C mouse. That $6 USB-C mouse, we plug in to the back of the controller, turn the controller on, and let it boot up. While it's booting up, you'll see that eventually you'll get a mouse pointer right here. And as soon as it gets connected, once you have the mouse pointer here, you can do a lot of things with the mouse. Obviously, you can click and drag, move the map around. You can actually use the scroll bar in the middle, and you can zoom in and out. So let's say we're going to connect to the aircraft. All right, now we're going to log into the controller. We're going to set up a waypoint mission for the 7 Magic Mountains. And so we're going to go over here. We're going to connect to aircraft, which now what you'll end up doing is come up to camera view in the upper right, and you click on camera view. Okay, this will get you into your Fly More application. All you want to do is click on the map here. And you can see right here, we'll go from here. We're going to fly over, zoom over, I should say. We're going to Nevada, and we're going to find, there's Las Vegas. And between Sloan and Prim, south of Las Vegas, there is some art structures. Let's see if I can find it here. It's Gene. I think it's right about here. You know what? Let's go to the satellite view. Give you a little bit better view here. I think it's right about here. Yeah, okay. So you can see the parking area off of South Las Vegas Boulevard. These are the structures out here. So what I'm going to be concerned with, this is my point of interest. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the waypoint missions over here. I found through trial and error, I found that if I'm doing a lot of moving around of a mission and I'm focusing on one point of interest, I tend to lay that point of interest down first. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to put the point of interest right about here. I'm going to click with that mouse, and it sets my point of interest. I'm not worried about if you click on the point of interest here, I'm not really worried about the altitude right now and the waypoints and if they're linked. I just want to set my point of interest, and this will be my point of interest for my whole entire mission. So now we go back over and click on waypoint, and I'm going to start out at back here by the road, and I want to kind of go high and then fly in, possibly across here, back around, and then like a spiral out. Yeah, something simple. So here we go. We're going to set the first waypoint mission. We're going to set it out here by the road. Set it right here. There's one. I'm not worried about camera heading. I'm not worried about altitude. I'm just worried about setting up the mission right now. I want it to start to come down. So I'm going to put a number 2 right here. And then I want to level out before it crosses point of interest. So I'm going to put in one right here, number 3. Let's move this up just a little. And now we're going to cross over the point of interest. And we're going to go out here to set number 4 up. And then I'd like to come back around this way. Let's say right about here. Okay, so it kind of moved out on me a little bit. That's fine. I can move this down. There we go. And let's do 6 about here. And now we're going to do 7 across. Now we're going to do 8. do 8 up here. And then we'll come down. Let's actually let's move 8 back this way so we can. Let's do move 8 here, and then do 9 here. And then we'll do 10 back here. And we're going to bring this out so that I take a little more of a curve. And then we'll do 11 up here. Now that we have 11 up here, I can scroll out just a little bit and you can see my whole mission right now. I've got 11 waypoints. All right, so what I'm going to do now is most of my mission is going to be flown at about 49 feet or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide over to the waypoint 1 and I'm going to make the altitude, I'm going to make it 49 feet. So we're going to scroll that down to 49.2. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm worried about just the altitude. So now I've got 49 feet. I'm going to go here, I'm going to apply to all. So now all my waypoints are at 49 feet, but that's not what I want to accomplish. I want to swoop in. So I'm going to go back to waypoint 1 now because all my other waypoints are all set at 49 feet. So let's go back to this. I think I want to start this one out about 120 feet or so. I do want to start the recording on this one. So when you hit the little button here, it says camera action. You can say take a photo, start recording, record, stop, or stop record. We're going to start the recording. And I'm going to go back to the waypoints. Now, waypoint number 2, I'm going to scroll in just a little here. Waypoint number 2, I don't want that to be 49. I actually want that to be up just a little bit. Let's bring it to about 70. To about 78 feet. So now we're kind of coming down from 121 to 78, and then now all the rest are at 49. Okay. So now I'm going to come back over here to 10, and I'm still at 49, as you can see here. I'm going to go to 11, and I'm going to raise that one all the way up to my max altitude that I'm able to fly, which is, I'm going to do 377. And I want the camera action to stop recording on this one. So we're going to stop the recording. All right. So to recap, we've got our waypoint here starting at 121, waypoint 2 being at 78, 3 being at 49, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 all at 49 as a circle. And 11, we're going to go all the way up to our 377 feet. Now you're noticing that I've got the camera pointed all over the place. Okay, so now let's go to our point of interest. So let's click on point of interest. Click on the point of interest, the only one we have. And see, I don't want it to focus at 164 feet up because we'll miss the Magic Mountains. So let's bring that down. Let's go down to about, I don't know, let's do 3 feet, 4 feet. What can I get? Let's do, wow, that's being real, 3.27. Okay. So our point of interest is going to be 3.27. And now what we're going to do is now we're going to link the waypoints. And I want every single waypoint to point here. So we just click on where it says none. You click on this. And now, instead of going through and clicking on each one, you just hit the little button up here that says select all. Select all now links every single waypoint to point to this point of interest. And you can see the little arrows here, and here, and here. They're all pointing, and even out here, to this point of interest. So now we hit this. Let's go back to our settings, the global settings. And let me just go ahead and do this and go to global speed. Let's change our global speed. I don't want it to be 5.59. Let's make it about 12 miles an hour. So I don't want it to be too slow, but I want it to be somewhat cinematic. So let's go 12. Can we get 12? 12. So end of flight, return to home, return to home on lost signal, and then we're going to start at waypoint 1. You could start at waypoint 11 and fly the mission backwards if you wanted to. So now we're going to cancel all that, or arrow back, and then we're going to hit the little notepad here to the left. When you click on the notepad, here's the date and time that it gives it. We're going to click on the little pencil here. Click on the pencil. Let's delete this. And for quickness, I'm just going to put test. And then we're going to hit this and hit save and hit save. And now we have a test waypoint mission right here. Now we're ready to go on site and we're ready to fly. So now I'm on location at the 7 Magic Mountains. I've done all my safety checks and prepped the drone for flight. I'm ready to launch into our waypoint mission. I did go ahead and make some adjustments to the waypoint mission, as I found that I could fly at about 36 feet instead of 49 feet, get a little bit better view. You'll need to click the waypoint mission in the left of the screen, click the notepad, and load the mission that was previously saved. Once the mission is loaded, just click on the next button to the right, and the drone will fly to waypoint 1 and begin recording and execute the mission. While flying the mission, I'm going to switch back and forth between my screen recording so you can see the information and my actual flight mode footage. There goes Brett's Mini 4 Pro. While circling the rock formation, notice in the bottom left, in front of the black rock, there are some people there with some large snakes. And there goes Brett's Mini 4 Pro again. As we cross waypoint 10 headed to waypoint 11, we'll ascend to 377 feet and the mission will stop recording, and then we'll begin the return to home process. All this was accomplished by creating the waypoint mission at home remotely, tweaking it some when we got on location. Then after we launched, we switched into waypoint mode. Everything was done automatically with no hands on the remote, technically. I hope you found this video helpful. I'd appreciate if you leave any comments or suggestions for future videos. I'm not an expert at all this, but I do enjoy flying the drone, being creative, and trying some new things out. Thanks for watching.